Hello and welcome to my making of Jackie Burkart's Cheese Maiden costume, part 1. I am super excited. This is something I've been wanting to make for a very long time, and Halloween seemed like the perfect time to make it. I'm not a cosplayer by any means, but this could be considered like a cosplay, I guess. I tried to get it as accurate to the show as possible. It was a little difficult just going based off pictures, and yeah, I'm super proud of it. So I hope you enjoy this video in the process and the other videos to come. And I'm assuming that if you are watching this, you are probably a That 70s Show fan, and I'm hoping that you're also a Jackie fan like me. So yeah, with all that blabbing, please enjoy part 1 of my making video. These are my fabrics. I tried to get them as accurate as possible to her costume on screen. These are the shoes I'll be using. And this is my mock-up. I didn't have a video, but I did have a picture that I posted on my Instagram. So I took apart my mock-up, and here are the pattern pieces. I'm laying my pattern pieces out on the fabric that I'm going to be using for the bodice, and I'm cutting 2 sets of each of them so I can have a lined bodice. And right here, I actually ran out of the orange fabric, so I'm using some different fabric to do the inside lining for the bodice. And this is the front of the bodice that I'm pinning down to the different fabric, just so I can have a fully lined bodice. And now I'm just marking the placement of the darts. Making sure to do both of the pieces. And here I am jumping to the skirt. I tried all different ways of using this ruler to measure all the way across. And basically my skirt length is 19 inches long. And the skirt pieces are about 1.25 yards wide, if that makes sense. It all gets gathered down, so. Also, this ruler came in super handy because it's clear and you can see on both sides and has lines that go all the way through, so my markings were completely straight and even, which is amazing. So I highly recommend a ruler like that. And I'm just making sure that it is actually the same length all the way across, making my line, and then I will actually make 2 of these panels that are 1.25 yards each, and then cut them out. And here I am cutting out those panels for the skirt. And I'm just holding it up to my mannequin just to make sure that I have the right length and seeing how I like how it flows and what it will look like gathered. And I was pretty happy with it, actually. And now, before I gather it and sew it all together, I wanted to get the hem done because I absolutely hate hemming. So right here, I'm just doing an inch long hem, and I'm marking an inch here, and then I'm folding it in half, ironing it, and then folding it in half again to bring it up to that line. And I'm making sure to pin all the way through. And I'm glad I did this first because man, do I hate hemming. Sometimes I let things go unhemmed for forever and it's technically an unfinished project. So I really wanted to make sure that I hemmed this. Now back to my bodice pieces. I am folding and pinning the darts on the bodice and on the bodice lining. And now I am just going to sew all of those darts. Making sure I iron my seams so everything looks nice and clean on the outer layer of the bodice, and I also do it on the inner lining part of the bodice as well. Now I am getting ready to pin the back sides of the bodice to the front sides of the bodice for the outer layer and the lining layer. And for some reason, I didn't get footage of me sewing the bodice pieces together, but they are sewn together. Set those aside, and I picked back up my skirt and went ahead and hemmed that bottom edge. And then I attached the two skirt panels together. Right here I am sewing 2 long basting stitches across the top edge of the skirt, and I'm going to gather it down to fit my waist measurement. I always do 2 sewing lines so that the thread is much stronger. Here we are with the progress today. I did the skirt, got that hemmed, and then this is really loose on my dress form because it's a little smaller right now. I don't have it padded out to my size, but I got the bodice done, and then I have the lining done as well. So I think I'm gonna come back to it tomorrow and work on the sleeves and the bust poof part. Cool beans.